by 12, 4-bedroom. I'm a man.
Help me. It's golden hour. It is Friday after work. It's about 6:30. We got off work. We hurried home, got in the car, and we're heading up to Idaho. This weekend we are checking out Twin Falls, and we're really excited because we've heard a lot about this from our patients. There's a lot of waterfalls there that we can't wait to do a bunch of hikes and check out. And we will be camping at a BLM campground that looks really cool called Balanced Rock State Park. Or I don't think it's a state park. I think it's just Balanced Rock Campground or Balanced Rock Park Campground. Anyway, can't wait to check it out.
Got here in the dark. This might be the coolest camping spot that we have ever stayed at. We're camping down in a gorge in southern Idaho.
We're at Balanced Rock Park Campground right now in southern Idaho, and we're here to explore Twin Falls this weekend. So this is like 6.5 miles total. There's a trail, a 2.5 mile trail here to Pillar Falls as well.
We're heading down in. Looks like it's the Grand Canyon of Idaho.
Jungle. Feels like we're back in the forest of Pennsylvania right now. There's a lot more green than we've seen for the past couple of months. We made it out to the pillars. We're gonna go explore some caves. There's a bat. It's steep. I'm gonna slip. We're now starting our ascent back up this really steep pillared trail.
A little steep. It was freezing this morning, so I'm wearing all the warm stuff. But now it's starting to heat up, so we're going back to the car, changing. We're going over to the Shoshone Falls.
This hike is really, really steep going back up. This is tough. This might be the toughest hike we've done in a while. Just going right up the canyon wall, so hopefully we survive.
All right, all dressed.
We are currently on our way to check out Shoshone Falls, which are the biggest waterfalls here in the Twin Falls area. And apparently they're actually even taller than Niagara Falls are. Niagara's only 167 feet.
These falls are actually larger than the Niagara Falls.
These falls are 212 feet tall and Niagara is 167 feet tall. These falls are also 900 feet wide. So not only super tall, but really wide, lots of water spilling out, super cool.
So those Shoshone Falls were beautiful, they were massive, but I don't know, the fact it's like a touristy location, you can drive to it, a lot of people here, it kind of just takes away from it, unfortunately. We're heading up to this thing called Dirk's Lake or Dirkey's Lake. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we'll see if it's any less crowded up there.
Checking out Dirk over here. So we're here hiking at Dirk's Lake. A little bit of history. It's called Dirk's Lake because there was a German immigrant with the last name Dirk who moved here, and he had orchards in this area that flooded, which now became a lake, so they named it after him.
Interesting little rock right here. Hello. So now that we got a second away from the crowd of Shoshone Falls, let me take a second just to tell you a little bit about Twin Falls area, the whole city in Idaho. It's about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive away from Elko.
So something that we find interesting is that some of our patients have talked about how they come up here to go shopping or to go to their doctor's appointments and things like that, because it is about 2.5 hours away from Elko. It's the biggest city, or at least like smaller size city near Elko, and that is kind of crazy to us, like being out east, because like Brandon and I live 2.5 hours apart in Pennsylvania, and we think that that's really far. So it's kind of crazy to us that some of our patients have to come all the way up here just to go to bigger stores or doctor's visits.
Yeah, a lot of patients will either go to Salt Lake, 3 hour drive, here 3 hour drive, Reno, sometimes 4 hour drive. So yeah, Elko has a lot, but it definitely doesn't have enough for everyone's needs.
So definitely a rural area that we're working in. And I thought that I lived in a rural area in Pennsylvania, but now I understand that this is a whole different level of rural. Oh, that's cool.
Look at these absolutely beautiful houses on these cliff sides here. Twin Falls, Idaho must be a real nice area. I don't know if you guys can hear it up there, but we're just walking along the lake and we hear this big swarm of bees. They're all attacking this hole up here. I don't know if they're attacking a nest or if they're trying to defend a nest, but they're loud to us. Hopefully you guys can hear a little bit of it.
Oh, he's a lizard.
Just me and my dry roasted, lightly salted peanuts. We got the fire going early tonight, but I'm gonna try my hand at cooking some steaks over the fire. That's a first for me. I'm trying to get these guys cooked. I have round steak fins, so if I screw them up, it's not too big a deal. My sister got me this cooking grate that I'm gonna be putting right over that fire, and it's perfect because the fire pit is actually in the ground, so this is gonna work fantastically. I know some of them look a little dull, but give me a break. This is my first time. Taste test soon. All right, here we go. Official taste test of our fire steaks.
This is some fancy cutlery.
Oh, you know it.
Hopefully my fork doesn't break. I'm still trying to cut it.
Salt and pepper only. Nothing else, just the flame.
It's pretty good.
Tastes good, but it's a little chewy. Remember, first timer here.
They're edible.
Okay, I think they're better than that. Wish I had my camera handy when this happened. An otter, or a mink, or a fisher, whatever type of ferret-looking creature, came through the water right here. Yeah, maybe a little overdone. We just noticed all these little balls over on the underside of that rock over there. zooming in on them, they kind of look like a ton of bees' nests or something, but there's no activity from them, and they're all open, so I don't know what they are.
We both just had the sleep of our lives. I don't think we've ever slept that well camping. I mean, we've always slept well camping, but we slept like 9.5 hours straight. We weren't cold at all. It was super, super nice. It also helps that we went to bed warm because the fire was really nice last night. So we were nice and warm before we got in our sleeping bags, and we stayed warm all night. It only got down to about 34 degrees last night compared to about 28 last night, and those few degrees made a big difference. We crossed the street from the campground and we're now going to check out the actual balanced rock. We're not really sure where it is, so this is kind of an adventure, but it said it should be a mile this way, and we think the arrow was pointing this way, so we'll see. This is the sign to the entrance to our campground. So it says balanced rock 1 mile this way. So we drove up the road well over a mile, couldn't find it. We even crossed the road in case the arrow was pointing that way, and walked up that gorge for a while, but could not find it that way either. So we might be leaving here without seeing the actual balanced rock.
It's impressive anyway. It's really impressive. Doesn't matter.
So the falls we're hiking to now this morning, I believe is pronounced Perrine Coulee. That's how it looks anyway. That might be wrong. But this is a short hike to this one, and I'm excited for this one because apparently you get to walk behind the falls. These falls are amazing! Super loud! And the water is gushing right now. We're getting a little bit wet out here, but it feels good. This fall is probably our favorite one that we've done here, this trip. We're hiking at Niagara Falls Park right now to finish out the trip. This is our last hike. It's a 4-mile loop that we're doing, and this last 2-mile stretch now is going to be along the river, and I think there's some waterfalls up here, but really stunning views. We found a ton of wildflowers here. We Google image searched them, and they are called arrow balsam root wildflowers. We've seen some wildflowers in the Elko area, but none that were as big as this. We've just seen little early wildflowers, so these are really cool, and they add some color to the landscape here.
You know, we are so thankful for the opportunity that Travel PT has given us. Being able to see Twin Falls, Idaho like this, the canyon, the falls, it's all been absolutely wonderful. Something that we would have never been able to do without this opportunity. So we're gonna close it off here. It's been a great trip.
Yep, we'll see you next time. So one of our coworkers told us about this spot that we were going to pass on our way home here, where you can actually dig and find gems in the ground. Brandon is hacking away, so we'll let you know what we find. We're no mineral experts here.
They're minerals.
But from a quick Google search, I believe that these are quartz that we're finding, and this whole rock
This is not a rock, this is a mineral.
is called a geode, and the mineral
It's a mineral!
inside is called quartz.